Hey, RocketCity RVer here. I've got another little project I'm working on in the garage today. It's a cold, chilly, windy day in Alabama. I've got a little project. I think it might take me a couple days off and on. It's going to be pretty simple. Most every one of you've likely seen other RVs in campgrounds with underneath lighting. Well, I have priced that underneath lighting. The brand that I actually looked at was this brand called Boogie Lights, and it was going to be near $1,000 to get all the lights for under my travel trailer. And again, it's another situation. I'm not willing to pay that kind of money. What you're seeing here laid out on my bench, work benches, and taped down so that they don't roll back up is a lighting system that was designed for a car to go underneath a car. So it's an automotive application. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to adapt these lights to go under my travel trailer. It won't be a full curtain all the way around like I would get if I paid $1,000, but it will be enough and it'll add some nice little ambiance to the campsite. And I've got it hooked up on the bench here right now. It's actually controlled with your phone. And you've got all kinds of little features you can do and make the lights running and all that kind of stuff. But we're just going to turn it on right here. I'm going to turn it on like, let's set this, see if I can do it with one hand. Right there. There you go. And you can change the colors of these lights. Everybody's probably seen these things. Let's make them purple. Let's make them red. You can also make them do other things, like change colors and that kind of stuff, which might be kind of neat on holidays. They do all kinds of stuff. It's pretty neat. Anyway, I'm going to have to adapt these to work on a travel trailer. I'm going to have to cut them in the middle of this section right here. And let me go back and turn this off. I'm actually going to have to cut these and then put some wire in between to lengthen them so that I can get as much space as I can, or as much distance as I can covered with it. And I'm actually going to lose some of the LEDs because there's no way, once you cut these, once you unsolder and cut these sections, you don't have any way of using that piece anymore. But that's what you got to do for basically what's going to cost me about 30 bucks here. This system, got it off Amazon for about 30 bucks, and it had pretty good reviews, and it seems to work well. It connects to my phone just immediately. So we're going to see how it works for this application. All right, let's get started. All right, so I've got my slides put in on my travel trailer on both sides so that I got more access and can roll around on my little roller in here, because I'm going to have to roll underneath to do a kind of a survey of where these lights are going to mount. And as you can see, rather than hold a flashlight, I have got me a little headlight on. I'm going to blind everybody with that, I'm sure. But so let's get underside and see where I'm going to install these lights. All right, let's get underneath here and see what we got. There's my spare. Kind of like the fact this trailer's got a spare right on the front and not hanging off the... So my first thought is I'm going to put some lights probably right here on the bottom of this front cap, because that's very close to where the battery is, and I can come right up and pick up power literally right up here. We'll tie it up with some tie pad and run some split loom over to keep it all nice and neat, and then have a switch literally right up here. So everybody's application is going to be different. So let's get over here and see where the next series of lights is probably going to be able to go, which, let's see, right there looks like a good spot. I have to look on the other side and see if that's also the case. Also, it looks like maybe right here might be a good spot too. So if I have them way up there and then right here, then I would have to run wire up and over the wheel well. And it looks like I got space to do that. And then my next series of lights would probably be right here, right over my jacks on the back. And then the last series of lights, I'm thinking right on the bottom of where my hitch mounts. That might almost be perfect. I think I got it figured out. Let's go look at the other side and see if it's going to work the same way on the other side. Yep, right here, that's clear. And the wheel well has, wow, we've got a screw out right there. I'm gonna have to fix that. Wow. All right, well, it's discovery. I need to take that screw head out and put a new screw in right there. I'm gonna do that before I get started. And I do have space there. And I got space there. This will be a challenge to get the wire through there. And it looks like the same relative location on this side is open too. So that looks good. Let's get started. All right, so I've got the set of lights adapted now to fit my trailer. I'm going to have a sort of a dark area around the wheel wells, but there's no real good way of putting lights there. But I do have this long section right here that I've added in the middle of these lights, and the light kind of spreads out. So I think this, once I get this in there, I think it'll look actually pretty good. It's kind of spread out on the floor, and it's actually working right now, so should work when I get it on there. Let's get to it. Okay, in order to make these lights adhere to the bottom of the trailer frame, I'm using two things to clean the trailer frame first. The bottom of the lights actually have what looks like some type of automotive grade tape. It doesn't say 3M, but it looks kind of like 3M automotive grade tape. So that's what I'm going to treat it like. And I'm going to clean it with isopropyl alcohol first, the areas where the tape's going to stick. Then I'm going to use a 3M tape primer. I'm going to use gloves when I put that on there. You put it on there with a towel real thin and let it dry. And this tape should stick to the frame of the underside of the trailer. I have completed the LED under trailer lighting on my travel trailer. Let's take a quick look at it. Turn my little headlight on here. I have put a waterproof switch right here in the top of the battery box so that I can get power for the control unit. The control unit's actually right down here. Use some automotive 3M automotive tape to just put it right there, and all the wires are all tidied up real good. Let's slide underneath and I'll kind of show you how I use this. Again, this is a system that I paid about 30 bucks for on Amazon. And here's one strip right here along the front tongue of the trailer. And we'll go back here to where the jacks are. I've got another strip. And then I would like to put another strip in the wheel well area here, but it's made for a car and I used all that I had. Behind in the other jacks, another strip. And then all the way across the back where the hitch mounts, actually put strips there. And the way I've got them set is they'll run from front to back or back to front if I've got them doing like a curtain sort of effect. And I'm going to show you that. So again, I spent about 30 bucks on this system. And when I was pricing out the boogie lights, I was going to be around $700–800 just to put some lights under my trailer. And I was like, oh man, that's too much money. So $30 is a reasonable, now I'm not counting my tie pads or my wire ties or soldering materials, all the things like that. It's going to get dark in here for just a second. So I pull out my phone and I turn on the lights. It's got to give it a second to connect. Let's try it again. There it is. Okay. So now you can see, and I can change the lights with my phone. Just go like so. You can go to red. You can go to purple. And I also have these effects where I can choose a curtain sort of effect, like that. Green to red, red to green, pretty much any color you want. And it does that over and over again, changes in another color. It's actually pretty neat, you know. For 30 bucks, it's not a bad deal. Anyway, let me get the lights back on in here. So, $30 for under trailer lighting on your RV, adapted using one that was made for a car. Now it's not counting all the wiring supplies and all things like that, but 40, 50 maybe, I don't know. Pretty good, works good, connects to my phone. Anyway, if you have any ideas for future projects, leave them down in the comments. This is RocketCity RVer.